even between these two teams.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. We got the fourth line out here. Here's Stienburg, the big physical line. What can they do? What a hit. Oh, he's going to get a penalty here.
Now McDonough's hurt. Cernak is hurt. And now Stienburg has half the Lightning team coming out to get him. Somebody just came off the bench, I believe. Is that Hagel?
McDonough got hurt on the corner.
Get off his face!
And then Stienburg went across and absolutely ran Cernak. And that caused a penalty, perhaps a charging penalty, but it was big and it was hard. I'm not sure how McDonough got hurt, what happened there. But Stienburg is making his presence felt every shift.
Well, let's take a look at what happened here. Wagner was going to get the original penalty. I think right there for Boral. Maybe that's not a Boral. I mean, I don't think they caused that one. That's the one right there that they called.
Yeah, Steinberg's got to stay on his feet there. That's the only reason that's a penalty, is he came off of his feet and hammered Cernak. After the big hit by Wagner, this is exactly what you want your fourth line to do. Go out and cause chaos. They did a great job. Maybe don't take a penalty, but at this stage of the game, who cares?
A 5-minute penalty has been assessed and will now be reviewed.
All right, so they're going to review the 5-minute penalty.
And I'm assuming this is on Stienburg. You just can't leave your feet when you hit.
Or is it on Wagner in the boarding penalty? I'm not really sure. Did they have an arm up? The one that I saw was Stienburg on the far side. Let's take a look. There's the Wagner hit right there. That's the one that injured McDonough.
Yeah.
There's the Stienburg hit.
It has to be the Stienburg hit. Anytime you leave your feet, that's when you get into trouble. And they're just going to look to see if the head was the focal point of the contact. I think he caught shoulder first and then finished through, but
you see John Cooper, he wants 2 penalties. Saw that.
But that was a hard hit and a big skate by Stienburg all the way across.
So there is John Cooper. See what comes of this.
We'll take a look. Watch the feet of Stienburg. You know, he comes in, leads with the old Rob Blake back hit. If he stays on his feet there, everything about that play by Stienburg is perfect. Even though he took a bunch of strides over, he stopped skating, but when you leave your feet, that's when you're going to get yourself into trouble. You don't see many guys hit with the back like that too often, do you?
No, you sure don't. Let's listen in to Brian Pochmara.
After review, Colorado number 36 has got a 5-minute major and a game misconduct for charging. 10 on number 71, 2 minutes for roughing.
Maybe a little bit earlier. I don't know if McDonough turned it the last second or not. But Wagner smoked him in the near corner, and if it was a boarding penalty, he got off scot-free.
On the same play, we have a second major penalty to review.
Well, that's the Wagner penalty. Here we go. Well, John Cooper, I mean, he lobbied and lobbied and lobbied. They were not going to call it originally. But if it's a major, the linesman can come on over and say, hey, by the way, this guy got this guy over here.
But this cannot become a 2-minute penalty. It's either a major or it's nothing. So here's a look at the hit. McDonough makes the pass. The reason I don't think it's going to be a major is Wagner kept his hands down and didn't come up and make head contact. McDonough's face goes into the glass.
Is that not boarding?
I just don't think it's enough for a 5-minute major if he didn't come up and make the head the focal point on the hit.
Here we go. Let's find out.
This is big.
From referee Brandon Schrader.
After review, there is no major penalty on the play. As a result, there's no penalty on the play. Just a 5-minute major in the first review.
There you go, Ryan.
I'm back.
You totally redeem yourself.
I am totally back. Just like that.
So Wagner, and you're right, what they cannot do, because they didn't call it originally, they cannot look at it and say, well, it's not a major, but we're going to put him in for 2. You can't do that. And so Cooper, indignant.
And that's a good rule. There's human error involved there. So if you didn't catch the initial 2-minute infraction, you have to let the referees call the game. And if it is a 5-minute major, it would have been called. But if not, the play on the ice stands and Wagner's on the bench, ready to play another day.